According to Forbes, the average worker stays at a job for just 4.4 years, which if you do the math, suggests you'll need to nail 9 successful job applications over the course of a typical career. For those of you who don't know, my name is Aaron, I'm a top student at McMaster University, and today I want to share with you the Triple V framework to job applications that they don't teach you in school. This framework has helped me land internships in accounting and finance every summer so far in university, but I promise this framework will apply, get it? And help you land your 9 future job applications, whether you're in university, college, the trades, or any other career path. Okay, let's get right into it. The first V at the Triple V framework stands for volume. If you don't get anything else out of this video, all I want you to remember is that if you want to maximize your chances of landing an interview, your goal should be to generate a high volume of applications in low volume arenas. Most people tend to just hop on the popular platforms like Indeed or LinkedIn and start applying to the first jobs that they can find. The problem with this strategy is that if these are the first jobs you can find, they're going to be the first jobs that everyone else can find too, which means these are normally going to be high volume arenas with very large application pools and very serious competition. Now, don't get me wrong, LinkedIn and these other popular job sites can be a great source for jobs if you already have strong experience that you can lean on. But if our goal right now is to just get our first foot in the door, we need to focus all our efforts on low volume arenas, which are going to be arenas with smaller application pools and less competition. Now, you're probably thinking, well, thanks, Aaron, but where can I find these low volume arenas? The first source of one of these low volume arenas is going to be from your personal network. Now, most of us, including myself, don't have family that we can rely on to hire us. But our goal is to work on our personal brand and increase the number of positive interactions we have with the people around us. Adbaal is a YouTuber that I reference a lot, but he recently made this video about how to get lucky more often, career-wise. And I want to share one of these amazing tips that he had.
And so generally in Richard's studies, the sorts of people who had more outgoing personalities, who exposed themselves to opportunities for lucky events to happen to them, and then took advantage of those lucky events, those were the people that kind of rated themselves as luckier and then were also happier in all the kind of life satisfaction surveys that he and his team did.
I really like this idea of trying to increase the number of positive impressions we have with the people around us. My first accounting internship that I landed wasn't because of a stellar resume or from LinkedIn or Indeed. It was from a friend at university. We'd crushed some group projects together over the course of the semester, and one day he mentioned that his mom's company was hiring interns. So I applied, and I got the job. Now, I still had to nail the interview and prove myself, but the point is that I found out afterwards that the application pool that I was competing against was really small, because this specific position wasn't advertised in any of the big job boards where everyone else keeps looking. The second source of low volume application pools is going directly to corporate websites instead of to the big job boards. This can be really time consuming, but if you keep looking at different corporate websites, looking under the career tabs, seeing if there's any internships available, sometimes you can get lucky, and it only needs to happen once, right? Okay, so the second V of the Triple V framework stands for variance. A huge mistake I see way too often, especially among students, is that people have a tendency to chase mediocrity. They aim for decent grades, decent work experience, decent volunteer experience, and the problem is that they do an amazing job of looking exactly like every other application. Studies show that employers tend to look at resumes for just 6 to 7 seconds on average. Instead of trying to be decent at everything, we should instead change our focus into developing a competitive advantage. You need to develop some sort of wow factor that's going to make your resume and application package pop in just the 6 to 7 seconds that an employer is going to give you. For myself, I use my wow factor as my grades because they're different enough from the pack to make my application stand out. However, I would argue that leaning on a personal project of some kind is actually an even better way to stand out amongst your competition. For example, if you're in the field of marketing, a great use of time would be to develop some sort of fundraiser. You can easily quantify the results of your fundraiser, which is going to make your resume look way more professional, and more importantly, it's going to make you stand out amongst the other applications as the fundraiser guy, and plant that seed in the recruiter's mind as someone that's worth remembering. Part of the reason I started this YouTube channel, outside of it just being fun, is also to try and boost my application by having some sort of unique experience that a lot of other people haven't had. And finally, the third and final V of the Triple V framework stands for value. What everyone seems to forget is that at the end of the day, the purpose of any job is to provide value to the organization. If you want a quick lesson from business school without spending all the tuition money, one of the most valuable things they teach you is impact statements. Impact statements are the little descriptions under work experiences where you're connecting the work that you did to the value that it provided to the organization. For example, one really weak line I used to have on my resume in high school is the phrase, enhance communication skills through interacting with customers on a daily basis. These sort of personalized statements may seem strong at first, but I promise you, they come off as really unprofessional for any jobs that aren't intended for high school students. Every employer already knows that if you worked in customer service, you're probably going to get better. What they want to know is what value you can provide that other candidates can't. This is why the key to mastering applications is to take that competitive advantage or that wow factor that we were talking about before and connect it to the result or the value that it provided. For example, let's say you were trying to become a teaching assistant and the unique experience that you had to lean on was that you started a psychology club. Instead of writing something like developed lesson planning skills through psychology club, you want to say something like led psychology club meetings using a project-based learning approaches, leading to the recruitment of 23 new members. This second statement explains what you did, how you did it, and most importantly, the results of your actions. If we can change our goal from listing our accomplishments to demonstrating our value, we can gain a huge competitive advantage over people who have yet to learn this lesson. Okay, so that is the Triple V framework for job applications. I hope you found this video useful. Feel free to go check out some of my other videos if you haven't already, and most importantly of all, go do good things.